Hello everyone and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Now I'm just looking at the car list. There's all these new cars and stuff. Frankly, the DLCs in this game, they're great, but I find they're too expensive. Like the drag race is $20. I'm like, I'm not paying that for that. Heck, the old mechanic game, or like I could just technically do that by itself. I don't have another car to do it beside, but I can still technically drag race on my own. But like just for like these were five these four DLC these four cars were $5 and I don't know if that was worth it or five, sorry, there's five. I mean, every car a dollar, that's not bad. I mean, and then there's like the Porsches. Now they're interesting, yeah, but let me take a look. How much are the Porsche DLCs? Not that I'm getting them, I'm just there's four Porsches. You got this doesn't even look like a Porsche. That looks like a Porsche. This looks like a Porsche. And that looks like a Porsche. So let's see how much those are. So the Porsche DLC Mazda is $8. I don't agree with that. Oh yeah, there's Mazda. And then you got these Nissans. Don't I own the Nissan one? Oh yeah, I own the Nissan one. So I have these fancy Nissans. This is a Lamborghini. I have never found this car yet. Wait a second. This. This vehicle, this orange one, this one, and this one are all new cars. I've never seen them in the game before. That is an Audi? Yeah, that's just an Audi. That's Mayhem? Um, Mayhem. Is it, it says, is that, what DLC is that part of? Is that part of the Mazda DLC? No. What are you part of? I do not know, actually. I see Mazda, I see Nissan, Pagani, Porsche, Land Rover, I have Jaguar, I have Hot Rod, and then there's also Aston Martin. So how many vehicles in this game are new? Because what are you part of? I don't know what you're part of. These are all, yeah, these are all Aston Martins. These vehicles have existed. These vehicles have existed as well. These have all existed. All have existed. These have all existed. Yeah, these have existed. You are you part of the hot? No, are you part of the drag racing thing? Is that where all these awkward cars are? I didn't click. I clicked the hot rod. I didn't click the drag race. Where's the drag race? There it is. Um. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, all those other cars. The Bolt R6. Is that what that is? Yep. And then yeah, the Mayhem and stuff. Those are all part of the drag race. However, these. I think I have one of them, but I don't recognize these. Then again, I haven't played in a while. I have the Jaguars. You are part of the thing. I know about you. I've built you before. Yeah, so I have all the Jaguars. I have those. I don't have Land Rover because I didn't want them. Lotus. Look different. So there is a couple new vehicles then that the game has given us. I still haven't got a single Ford truck in this game. I don't know why. And then any of these cars new? Maybe maybe that one. I don't know. I don't know. There's a few new cars though. So we'll go into it. Yeah, like I have the Hot Rod, the Jaguar, the Nissan. I don't have any of these. Maybe if they become like a couple dollars each, I'll get them. I'll tell you what, if all of them, if the drag race gets lowered to like $10, I will get it because it does come with 4 cars and a whole new system. That's fine. I might get that then. But all those cars, I'm not paying more than $3 for those. I paid 5 for all those 5 cars for the Hot Rod, but they're nice looking cars and there's 5 of them, so $1 per car. It's kind of ridiculous. And the reason I pay like, like the DLCs for SnowRunner, like they're all like 6, $7. We have an entire new map and a set of vehicles every time, new upgrades and stuff. So this doesn't do much. It just gives you new cars. But I mean, hey, I'll find them. We can see what they look like. All right. Oh, look at that. They got a Christmas tree. Oh yeah, 'cause of Christmas holidays. That's cool. Does that mean there's snow outside? No. Anything changed though? That car's still here. Yeah, they still have the drag race. So you want to know something cool about this car? Doesn't look like much, pretty beat up, right? But check this out. If I remember correctly, this car actually runs. I still have this car, it runs, that's why I kept it. Actually, I think I just put some stuff in it and had it run off right there. Okay, there's a whole lot of stuff happening. Um, sure, let's go to junkyard. Let's see if we can find any new cars, and we'll build them. I like building cars from scratch. Maybe we'll find a Lamborghini. The old school one that I don't have. Are we at the junkyard? Yep, we certainly are. I have you already somewheres. I want to look for the new cards that I haven't seen yet. There's those new ones that I pointed out, and I'm not sure if I'll see them today, but I'm gonna try to, because I don't know, new cars interest me. If I find them. If I find them. It's a big if. I might have to go actually like buy one from an auction. I think that's what we have to do. I haven't seen a single one. And who knows, maybe I'll find a Lamborghini. I'm not a big fan of Lamborghinis, but there's an old one in the game, and I somehow haven't built it yet. So I'm going to look for it. And they still haven't fixed my car. Like my old car, you could put like a V10 in it, like my Oldsmobile, but they still haven't changed that, so I still can't. One of the Oldsmobiles, the one I don't have, you can put a supercharged V8 in it, but the car that I actually have, I can't still, which sucks. And I can't put any engine swap options, which I don't get it, because last mechanic game we could. Okay. All I didn't know is all the lights. That's cool. Also, is there any new upgrades? No? No, it's all... Okay. Oh, I don't know why I would reset... Spending all that money to reset all of them when, I have them. Okay, car auctions. I want to buy the broken ones. They don't cost as much, and I don't want a car that's, like, almost fixed. Because then you make less money off it. I mean, I'd rather buy all the parts. It's technically cheaper. Salvage cars. Okay. Hmm, let's go to the end. Nope. That Nissan, though. I might get that Nissan. So no on the other vehicles. I don't know if this is a new vehicle or not. I don't remember. There is like nothing. That's a little too high for me. So let's go to the car auctions, normal one. There's 4 pages. So these vehicles are technically good to go. So there's that SUV. Oh yeah, GTR are the ones you want to get. I'm not. Wow, you start. I'm not paying more than 30,000 for that, but I'm curious what it looks like. Because there's not many vehicles that have all-wheel drive, so I want to see if this was an all-wheel drive option or not. Because that'd be pretty cool, because I don't recall seeing this. Nope, I don't recall seeing that at all. You have a different door. Are you are you front-wheel drive? No. No, you're all-wheel drive. So you are an all-wheel drive vehicle. Also, I like how these... Oh, can I buy this? This is the car I was looking for. Well, not mine that I'm looking for, but it is a car. You know what? Let's start auction. Not more than 30,000. 22,000? Not bad. Yeah, bring it to the garage. You know what? That's not bad. I can roll with that. 22,000 is not a lot, especially for half the parts I can repair. Usually cars like this though, the car that I want, I ended up going way over the estimated value. Like the estimated value is 25,000, and it's usually like 30,000. But I didn't have to pay that much, so I can still get a good profit off this. Although I don't know if I'm selling this one. I mean, all that's really left to do in this game is get the achievements. But if they lower all the prices down on all the DLCs, I will get all the DLCs. Or if someone wants to buy them for me, they can too. I'm not asking for that, but I'm just saying that is an option. If the game wanted to say like, have me try them out, give it to me free, I will. I will do a whole video. I will look for the vehicles, or if they want me to, I will literally go find the vehicles, have them all in my shop, and then do a video of it, of me repairing them. I will do that because I'd like to do that. I love this game. I just feel like the prices are unfair. And if they want to prove me wrong, I'd like for them to send me the DLCs and I will try them out and I'll tell you if they're fair or not. There's supposed to be an SUV. There it is. Like, there's supposed to be an SUV here. Where is the SUV? You go to Car Lift A, and I'm still gonna look for a Lamborghini. I have to find one eventually. No, I don't think the junkyard's probably the best option. I turn off the prices because like every time I want to go to the junkyard, it's like 500 bucks. But it's like I've never had to do that in real life. To go to a junkyard, I only had to pay for things when I actually found the junkyard stuff. Like it's like all the junkyards here in Canada, I didn't. You don't have to pay money to go into them. You just have to have an ID and make sure you're 18. Go in. I actually think it's 16. Is it 16 now? I don't remember. Some junkyards are different. And then you go in and you don't have to pay for anything until you find something you want. Then you pay for that and you get it, bring it out. That's how that works here. Um, there's a lot of vans and stuff. Page 4 to 5. Oh, there's a GTR. That's also 8,000. Oh, but this is what I want right there, though. This is what I want right here. It's an old Lamborghini. Wow. Like this, it's funny. I look at all the cars around me, and this is the closest to looking realistic out of all the cars around me. Because these are also going to be like blacked out and stuff. You don't want them to see. Hey, there shouldn't be a Porsche here. We don't have that DLC. Oh, oh, right. It's this car. Hmm. What are you? V12? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, you're a V12. This is actually the first engine I took out and put in my actual car was a from the same year of Lamborghini and ended up blowing up. Not because it wasn't a good engine, just because I over revved it. Car couldn't handle it. Plus everything twisted, it was funny. Estimated valve 45,000? I'm not paying that much, are you kidding me? Come on. I wash my hands from it. That was too expensive for my taste. And then there's a GTR Summers. Because I'll buy the GTR. Because the GTRs are good at selling. I think they sell for the most. I usually rip everything out of the cars and sell it anyways. Wow, you are in beautiful shape. At least you have one tire. I'm not paying more than 30,000. Those are my limits. I'll do one more and oh, no GTR for me. Okay. Curious, do you have any cheap cars in this one? No, not the salvage, this one. When I mean cheap, I mean cheap cheap. Like what's the cheapest car you have? So for 6 grand. See, look, that's 50 grand. I'm not buying that. That's not even like that's the starting price is 50 grand. Yeah. We'll check the junkyard and then we'll check the thing one more time. Did I have vehicles out here? I just had that. Alright, junkyard. Maybe we'll find a car that I like. Usually the cars that I try to look for are never there. Like I've never seen a Lamborghini here, never seen a lot of the cars I look for here. Any kind of sporty or like fancy I never really saw here. Hot rods though, they're usually, or rat rods, you usually find them in a junkyard and people build them, so it's still like a rusty like body, but then supercharged engine inside. But a hot rod is done up. Or did I get those two mixed up? Alright. Oh, sensitivity's a little too high. Thought I saw a car there, I didn't. There's a car here. There's a hot rod there. Oh, is this my car? It is. You're a one car. Mm, no. As much as I want to, no. I just say that if you were a two car option, I would have just took you home and swapped you out for my car. 'Cause I have the same car. And then there's this. I mean, sure. How much are you asking for this car? 10 grand. Holy moly. El Camino. I haven't seen one of those here in a while. Hmm. No. We'll check the salvage again, and then we'll go to junkyard and just pick up a couple cars. Auctions. We go to the auctions again. That's funny. Reverse psychology. Okay. Oh, that truck is cheap. Like, this car is cheap. A lot of these are cheap. The Daytona is 1 grand. Heck yeah. 6B. Well, I don't even know what that is. Actually, no, that car does look familiar. Now that I'm really staring at it. I didn't see a single car I liked, did I? Hmm. That is interesting. Oh, there's a Jaguar XJS. I could buy another one of those. I might buy a truck. I don't own a truck, like a Ford truck, in this game. I try to collect every vehicle. Oh, you're yellow. That's god awful color. Now I see why you're so cheap. I mean, there's a storm happening. I don't think I'm paying more than 15 for this. Is it? I'm not buying that. That's stupid. That's too much in my opinion. And then you. This is what my car currently has in it. Is the Jaguar XJS engine V12. Could have just kept the V8 in it. Nah, didn't feel like it. Well, it had a V8, then it had a V10. This car is estimated 16,000. I think I'm over 16,000. I'm not paying more than 21. There we go. That's all right. We'll put that in the garage. Anything else really cheap that I can buy that I don't really care? I guess I can buy you a fancy Nissan to sell. I usually keep all the sporty like cars last, so I'll build those sporty cars and then sell them. All right, you have all four wheels. You have all four wheels. You you have a nice looking engine. Just just a block though. Kowalski. Kowalski. 25. Okay. Oh, that is certainly a lot. So we're gonna, I guess, build my cars. See what I can do. Okay, well I have plenty of cars. So you can go in the garage. B. Alright. Well, this one's gonna be fun. Strip out all the headlights, body panels, because we don't need those. Is that a sunroof? Oh, that's part of the body. I can take out the rear window. This car looks like it was in an accident, and a really bad one too. Doors, don't need those. You got all your fenders are off, all your bumpers are off. Um, no, I don't want body panel. No. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong symbol. There we go. I want this. No, this. Bench. And then I want that steering wheel. And then this. I can take the battery out. No. Yeah, I'll take that out and put it on the charger. That car looks, this car, like, just look at the difference. One car's clean, one car's not. So this can fix this somehow. I got two batteries on me. Oh, how many, how many parts do I have on me? Oh, oh, I did a Mustang, didn't I? Yep. Let's just do this. Oh, did it sell all my freaking license plates too? Nice. Sorta helps. Okay, and then actually, we can do this. Where'd it go? Oh, no, I want you B. Sorry, I want you at number 2, I guess. Well, that looks better. Bring you out to the car wash. Wow, it's actually nice. And then we'll do the interior cleaning. Very nice, very nice. And then we'll move you back to the lift. And then we're gonna put you on a... Well, I guess I could put the battery back in. There. How's my value worth on this car? Ah, I lost a $635 profit. Makes sense, actually. Okay, we're gonna lift you up, and I guess we're gonna drain the oil. Wow, that is just pure black. Yeah, that's not good for the oil. Alright. Well, shopping list. Um, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't need that. However, do need that. So, just gonna quickly rip this out. Transmission could be redone. Let's take off the starter. Transmission can come off. There she goes. And then we're gonna remove this, this. There we go. Now I'm gonna load the car back down. So engine is just technically just bolted to the frame now. I put it in the wrong spot. But we should be able to just remove the engine now. And like that, there's no engine left in this car. So, come over here, put the engine on the stand, take a look at it. Damn. She's rusty. So what I do to be safe is I take off all the parts, but I mark them. Is there 4 clips on this? There are 4 clips on this. So you mark all the parts, and then I still buy all brand new parts. I do that in real life too, if the customer stated, because you know not everyone can afford all these. And that's what I would do. And then all the old parts, I'd see if I can salvage and then sell them off, or if the customer wanted them, I'd give them back. Most of the time, they don't want them back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need 8 of these, huh? 4 on each side. Apparently, this is the air filter. People think this is the exhaust. No, exhaust is there. This is just the intake system. It's funky. My car doesn't have these parts on. These were removed. The intake actually goes down and under because the front end has been blocked. So, just slowly removing the engine, but I'll have all the parts by the time I'm done. And I didn't even get this throttle. Rusty bolt. Good old WD-40. There's better stuff than that, I found out. Then remove the intake. A lot of rusty bolts on this. Can't imagine why. I mean, I did buy it from a junkyard. Or a scrapyard. Man, there's so many rusty bolts on that. I didn't even think. Select those two and remove these. Wow, there's how many caps are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 14. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Gotta remove every single one. The caps didn't say cap A. They just have the number of what engine it is, so I can just mark all the general caps because yeah, it's identical sides. So if it's not, then you have a strange engine. Also, when did that oil stain get there? I didn't have no oil stain. Okay, well I can't remove any of this yet. I can remove this, however. So there's two clips on these. A lot of cars don't have distributor caps. They're all coils and stuff. But on the old cars, they have these. Okay, rip that out. Okay, and then there's gonna be oh 12. I had a brain stop working there for a sec. I mean, you're more than welcome to do that on every single spark plug, but if you know how many parts or how many are in a vehicle, you can just mark down how many just by going off the one. In real life, you would just look and be like, oh, there's 12, okay. Always double check though. Pretty sad if you bought a ton of spark plugs. I mean, you have spares, but if there's been cars that come to the shop and it's you never see them, right? So then you have these parts, and eventually the parts get expired because certain parts, get outdated, or there's recalls and some things, and then next thing you know, the part that you bought those years ago suddenly is not safe to put in that vehicle. Like, well, that sucks. And then you just have to waste throw your part out because you can't return it, get the money back because you decided to keep it for so long. But I mean, that does happen. Man, this is rusted on the inside. You know it's pretty dry and bad when the inside of a chamber that's not supposed to be rusted is now completely rusted out. Like if you ever opened up the engine and your pistons were rusted, that's not good. I've done that and like I look down, I'm like, well, so it's like those customer states videos, you know. It's funny. Can I take that off? No, okay. I was wondering why I was doing that. And it's like you can remove. It's like oh, pistons were seized, and it's like pistons were seized because they're rusted. I'm amazed that this car made it. I laughed half the time. I think that stuff's funny because I've done the same thing working on those vehicles. Mark this one. All right, remove that. I'm gonna actually turn this over, and I'm gonna remove the oil pan. Two of the bolts are rusty on the oil pan. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, no, I should count those. Hold on, I need to count those. So there's 6 sets. There's gonna be 5, right? 3, 4, 5. Because it's still like how a V8 is set up. No, wait. Well, similar, I guess. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sorry, not a V8, an inline 6. It's like similar how the inline 6 goes. Same concept of how many, except now you have 2 pistons instead of 1 per on the camshaft or crankshaft. Camshafts are up top. These are the crankshafts. These don't look entirely that good. No, these are 24%. Your engine was having issues, wasn't it? Oh, then again, this thing didn't run. Actually, I didn't even test it. It could have ran. Alright, piston. Come on, show me the piston rings. I don't see them. can usually see the piston rings. Oh, I did there for a second. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because then I can just yank him out when it comes time. Those are all marked. Now I gotta work on the front end. Take off all the pulleys, all the belts. I take off the water pump. That would leak coolant everywhere, but you know, sometimes that's how it be. Starter and alternator need to come out. Start with the alternator. Are you attached? Oh, okay, that's all part of the timing cover, I guess. I like when they're like that, it's easier. Until you bend everything. Wow, two of these bolts look rusty. Yeah, that second one's rusted too. Okay, that's off. This chain can just come off like that. Never came off that easy for me, but nice. Cam gear, camshaft, and then this whole thing comes out. People usually get like impacts and shh. This comes out way quicker. Okay, now the engine head can come off. So you are supposed to put these in sequence, you know. You don't just put all the bolts in a line and put tighten all that way. You are supposed to do sequence. I just kind of go like one at each end, tighten them, and then just slowly go in the middle. I mean, it's worked this far. Mark another one. Mark this one, so I guess these were the same. Mark this. This one doesn't look like it has as many rusted bolts as the last one. Is that the last rusted bolt? I think so. That comes off. And then this comes off. Oh, I see two rusted bolts. Three. Like, they even have threads. Like, if you look closely, they do have threads. Some of the threads look like they're smoothed down and stuff. Like, I like that detail. Alright, the pistons came out. I marked all the pistons and piston rings. So, they're ready to come out. There you go. And then now we need to take this out. And then the engine block. And then we need to go to my list and buy everything. So we need to go, we're gonna go to the tuning shop. Well, let's not go to the tuning shop for a bench seat. Engine block. Nope. Right, engine block. So they're still only at the main shop. You know what? Because these are marked. Actually, I should go to the body panels. Is there a body tuning shop for my car that I have? No. There is not. So that means we're gonna have to go to the normal body shop. Look, there it is. And we're just gonna buy every body panel there is. Because this car needs a whole set. It's like that. And then it also needs two license plates. Because this is not a car I'm keeping. I think I already have mine. Okay, so that's done. And now we need the interior, so this is where this goes in, by the bench. It's got 2 seats, by the steering wheel. And then I guess we'll have to go to a transmission shop, because I'm gonna need this. I buy aftermarket parts. Uh, these. I need 2 of these. And then I need a starter and a drive shaft. Nope, clicked the wrong one. There we go. Well, gotta get a drive shaft. Here we go. Anything else I'm missing? Yes, we need 10. Oh, are you the same clips? Really? Yeah, you're the same clips. Usually they're different clips, but I guess these ones are not. Because they're the same clips as the air filters. And then air filter. I can buy 2 of those. Are they different? Are they different? Hold on, do you have different, I'm looking down. Do you have different air filters? No, you look like you're the same air filter. Okay. A base I can't buy here. Did I not get the other air filter base? Intake manifold, exhaust manifold, intake manifold, air filter base. What? The other one isn't there. I should have 2 of those. Hmm. Yeah, something's odd about that. Hold on. Air filter for the cover. Yeah, these are the same ones. Okay. And then I need these. Where are the air filters? I put them all the way at the bottom. Need to buy both. I swear I... Interesting. I know I hit the button. I don't know why they're not marked. Okay, and then we're gonna need a fuel filter, ignition wires, 2 throttles, buy a fuel rail here, intake. Can't buy those here, but I can buy those here. I can buy those here. Can't buy the caps here, but I can buy that cap, and then the other ones I have to buy here. Then I need 14 of these. The rotor I can buy in the tune shop, or I should be able to. I guess some parts apparently don't correspond, so you have some rotors you can buy and some you can't at the tune shop. So we need 12 spark plugs. I don't have engine head cut. Engine. We're gonna have to buy that. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff I shouldn't be. I don't know how I'm missing a bunch of stuff. I've selected everything. Is it just not picking up my things anymore? And then I need the oil filter pan, rod caps. I need 12. And then I need 5 of these. Piston rings, only need 12. Pistons I can buy in the aftermarket shop. And then I got all these fans and belts, which you get from here. And then water pump, I've never been able to get aftermarket. But I can get these from the aftermarket shop. Okay, and that's it. Timing cover, timing chain, cam gears. Oh, but cam shafts I can get. I'm pretty sure still can't get crankshaft? No, still can't get crankshaft. Ooh, wait. Are these the engine heads? They are. Because I can buy those. And then I can buy that one too. But then these I have to buy in the main shop. And engine block. Alright, now we build, I guess. So I should have all new parts. If I miss them, then apparently the clicker doesn't work properly anymore. Because I think I am missing a couple, even though I selected everything, but here we go. Put all the pistons in, so both sides are ready. I always do the bottom first, then everything's in, and then you just put everything on, and then you're done. So all the pistons and their new rings are in. We're gonna finish up the back. Brand new aftermarket parts. Expensive aftermarket parts. What? Clutch pressure plate. See, why is that a part I don't have? That should be a part that I selected, because I selected all of them as I was going. And then this goes in. New oil filter. Alright, now the tedious part of putting all the caps in. Oh, you're the small ones, thank goodness. There's like long screw ones, but these are the short screw ones. This one won't take as long for the engine at least. It's odd because this is a big engine and there's a lot going on, but it's actually not a hard engine to do. It doesn't take too much time. There's engines that are smaller than this that take longer. They're just so confusing. Especially if you're trying to work on them and you're not replacing it. Like, that's why when I build cars, it's easier to build them from a junkyard when they're cheap and then rebuild them completely. Of course, you don't know all the parts, and I don't feel like writing down every car, part list down. Maybe one day I'll do that. But when you say you're just like repairing a part to get it work, you could have a part deep in an engine and all that. And then I've had the cases in this game and in real life where like you repair this part and you still kept the normal parts that worked, and all of a sudden they won't work because now they can't keep up or something because now you have a new part pushing. So you gotta replace all these components and stuff. My bet was like just replace the whole system function and then you should be good. Then now it's working at top, you know. Don't have to replace an engine block if you have you don't have to replace an engine block if you have a spark plug misfiring. You just replace the spark plug, right? I feel like some people would just change the whole, they just buy a new engine. If you're rich, just buy a whole new engine. Some people do that. They'll have more than one engine, and then they'll get their engine removed, and they'll have another engine, and then that engine someone will be dealing with their other engine, and they'll fix the issues and stuff like that. And so if their engine gets wrecked that they have in their car, these are usually cars that are like, strong, powerful, then they can just switch the engines back and forth. But they always have like 3 engines, so they always have a spare just in case something else happens, and then those engines are always going in the shops. Usually they're top priority engines because you have to pay for this service to be a constant thing. It's incredible when you think about it. I mean, much as I like being a mechanic, I wouldn't want to do that all myself. That'd be a lot of work. At that point, I just fix the engine that's in the car if I can, and then just keep that engine in that car forever until I can't, and you have to remove it. Then I'd get it someone else to fix it, because then you spent years trying to keep this engine running. I do that still with my mom's truck. I really hate that truck. It's a good truck, don't get me wrong. It's a Dodge half ton. It's an older, it's like an '04. Like it's a good truck. Like it, I don't see the point of a half ton, to be honest with you. Like towing stuff and all that, but it's a good truck. It gets where it needs to go. It's not terrible on field, but it's not great on field at the same time. You know what I mean? But it just it's so quick to break something, and once it breaks, it just doesn't want to work until you fix it. And fixing the problems are so hard on that truck. It's monumental tasks. Some easy jobs are the hardest, and then the hardest jobs, well, they're still hard. They don't get any easier. You know, sometimes they don't get harder, but they just suck. Alright, we're putting everything in. So this one side's already almost done, almost all bolted down. So this engine's getting pretty close to already being fully built. I mean, I haven't done anything with the body. I mean, I have all the body panels now. I got license plates, windows. The body has been repaired technically, like the frame itself. So the welding tool is it basically fixes any dents within the actual bodies themselves, like the main parts that you can't remove. And then it what's the word? And then like gets rid of all the rust. So then you have your normal paint, right? That's why I remove all the old windows and all the body panels, just get rid of them. And then I put all new stuff on it. So then now it's all snug together. It's perfect. And then from there I just repaint over everything. So now you have a brand new car that'd be sandblasted and repainted. So now all the paint matches, and then all the new parts get put in. So right now the car looks good, and the engine's great. Got a new transmission. So technically I could drive it right now. I think it has all its wheels. I'm not sure. I don't think so actually. Now that I think about it, but it's got a new drive shaft. I bought a new drive shaft. Bought a new engine, transmission, starter. So as long as I don't think all the spark, or sorry, all the fuses. I don't think all the fuses are good, so I don't think it would start either way. And then now I can put the covers on. Look at that. Look at this beauty get built. It's a nice old engine. Only Jaguar I ever liked was this one. They don't last long, the Jaguars, but these ones were nice. I like these ones. That's why I took the engine out of it and put it in my car. And I can't do that in this game, which is sad. This will fit. You have to remove all the fenders and stuff, but it did fit in the end. A little hard to hook up. Had to do a few adjustments, new transmission, stuff like that, but it worked. And it wasn't just to be more powerful than any other car. It's kind of like a laughing situation. We just had all these parts, and we didn't even know we could do it. We're like, why not? We were bored. The car was fully built, and we had this Jaguar that was sitting in the back, and engine was good, transmission was good, a lot of parts were good. It just, I don't know, the back end was like hit, gas tank was punctured, everything, and it didn't want to start because I didn't have a gas tank to pump fuel into or take fuel out of. So we just took it out, and the guy didn't want the Jaguar anymore. He says it had too much bad luck, so we took the engine out of it and put it in mine. Took off all the fenders and everything, fitted it in slowly, snug fit, like really snug, but it went in the end. I had everything hooked up, it started, drove, burnt a lot of fuel, like really crazy. My fuel tank went down really quick. Alright, then all the clips go on. Then this side is done once these clips are on. It's also odd. Most spark plugs on a vehicle are on the side. Somewhere's right here. But it's really odd that these spark plugs, they're inside. Now, if I look at this, are they easy to get to? Actually, super easy to. Because if I put this on, let me just bolt this on real quick. And then you put the fuel rail on. Yeah, if you get an extension, you could take those out pretty easy. Or you can just take the fuel rail right out. After you take I usually take the fuels out, start it, and then it cuts all the fuel pressure out of the line. Pull this out, put it upside down on like a cloth, and then I just take these out. Nice and simple. Air filter base. Brand new aftermarket air filter. Put these on. This engine should be good to go. Ready to full rev out the door. I mean, it's obviously not done. It's not going to start like this. The fuses are probably done in that car. I don't even know if all the fuses are in that car. Never checked. I don't know how the fuel pump is, and I wouldn't use that fuel pump. If you have an engine like this, and you have a car that looks like, well, that well, this obviously looks nice, but like with this, I wouldn't put it in because I could have bad particles in that fuel pump from it sitting, and the next thing you're pumping bad stuff in a gray engine. Like, how much is this car worth now? Look at that, I got a $23,000 profit just because that engine alone. But I'm curious. Let me take a look. Oh, the fuel pump's not too bad. Still wouldn't use it. Well, I guess we should do the engine bay then. I could drain this. I don't want to. There's a lot of pour over my floor. Let it soak into the rust of this body. Wasn't there something behind the engine? Oh, you have an ABS? Well, you're not too old, I'll tell you what. My car don't have an ABS. Alright, fuse box. Well, you have all your fuses by the looks of it. So you have 3 of these big boys. Now, you should have, technically this car should have a lot more fuses than that. You should have your radio, your lights, your fuel pump, any heaters, anything electronic. So this car should at least have 20 to 30 fuses. But thank goodness the game doesn't make us do that many, because that would be a lot of fuses for a vehicle in this game. So this system of just a couple, yeah. Because these are big fuses, then you got a bunch of little fuses, and then you got like fuses like this. You should have a bunch of fuses, that's what I'm saying. Okay, fuse box is out, so that's good. So this can get removed. Yep. Remove this too. Sorry if there's any fluids left in this car, man. Alright, so that's that. So, I put all that on the list. First up, radiator. And then ABS stuff. ABS is electronics. And then I have to go back here. Then all that's in electronics again. So we're gonna put the fuse box cover. Then you need 3 of these big boys. 2 of these little ones. 2 of these ones. I think the purples were 100 one. These, this, and the cover. And just like that, if I'm correct, because this doesn't have the little radiator fan on it because there's an actual radiator fan here. This is not like one of those plastic ones. That's all on. Let's install the ABS. Brand new ABS system. I think I can salvage the old one too and sell it. Now things like that are old and that you repurpose they don't sell as much as the total value of what it would be because it's been repurposed and it was used and stuff like that. But you can still sell it better than what it was because now it works and it's functional and it looks good and it will last long. Or longer than it would have if you just tried running it when it was all bad and corroded and stuff. If you can fix ABSs and stuff, especially nowadays, you can make some decent cash off that. Okay, so you're good. And I still have to do all that. But I mean, I can do the fluids. We can fill up the fluids and then we can just put all the body panels back on because then I don't need anything else in the engine bay or anything. And the battery's already in the back, so it's all recharged, we good. It's gonna, I always put a little bit over, like in a car like this, because then once you actually start everything, you put it in the system, it's gonna go down. my opinion. Because like it's like an oil change. When you do all your oil, you can fill it up to the level, but then once you actually start it and it flows and goes through all the nooks and crannies at the, because you can let it sit for a while and it might eventually find its way down. But when you start it, it pushes all the pressure, you know, lubes up everything, and then you just ended up finding it's like, oh, and then you check it again, your oil is now way down than it used to be. I mean, it may not always be down if you know how to fill it up properly, but I always do the extra amount just because. And in this case, I'm gonna overflow because I didn't do my counting trick, but like there's no actual way to like see. Like I'd look down, like I want it to be able to look down the hole, but it doesn't do that. I don't know why. That's you fill up in real life. You look down the hole and you see where it comes up, and then you slowly pour it. But I can't see where it is. It's like I don't know how you would know unless you did a counting trick. All right, where's your oil cap on this? Oh, there you are. So you're pouring directly onto the gear. Now that's gonna be extra lubed up. Now this engine should technically take a lot of oil. This would take like 3 jugs. That's how many mine took at least for an oil change. No, actually took 6, because the diesel took 3.5. Then brakes, and then this thing is technically good to go. I mean, I still have to build everything else, of course, but I mean, she's beautiful. She runs. She's all brand new. Right? How much is she worth now? Not too much more. Okay, well now she needs body panels, bumpers, needs fenders. I have license plates. License plates actually do count. If you don't put the license plates on, you don't get the full amount. Because it's got to be street legal, or street legal for what it is. Windows. Got. Let me put the mirror on. So you see all the black stuff? That's obviously like when all the parts are black. That means yeah, it needs to be painted. Oh, it even says V12 on the back. I never noticed that. Because the car like when I took it out, this whole back end was gone. There was no back end. Because it was rear-ended. I don't know what it was rear-ended by. I can't remember. I was too young. I think it was by a truck or a car going really fast. Late stop and just pfft. Next thing you know, there's no back end. And apparently the customer stated like, or the guy who owned the car, I think it was the guy who owned this car, and he just like, yeah, this is not the first time this car's been in this many accidents, and I don't even do anything with it. I just some Monday drives and pfft, someone hits me like, oh damn, that sucks. It does. It could be the fanciest car in the world, but if you have that bad of luck, that just tells you basically not to own the car. Okay, well, I'm guessing I'm gonna do 4 of these, 4 of these, and that's gonna be your set of tires. You're gonna have thicker tires in the front, too. Oh, you have cows in the back. Nice. Just imagine it doesn't have calipers in the front. Alright, 2 pads, 2 disc. I mark everything from one side, so then I know how to. I don't have to mark the other side. I can just rip it apart. Alright, that part's off. Oh, you have the. It's not modern suspension. Well, it's kind of modern, I guess, but it's not exactly the old school suspension either. But that's apart now. The shocks. The engine wasn't the hard part of this car, so I wasn't lying. 2 small rubber bushings there. 2 small rubber bushings there, and then 2 of these arms. Okay, that part comes out. Now we're gonna want 2 of the caps. You know, this car has, for how much I paid for it, there seems to be quite a bit to it still. Like, it wouldn't have took much effort to actually just put this thing back together. Like, not like rebuild it, but like actually just to get it started and driving. No, I didn't select this. There we go. And usually you'd have to tap it gently with a rubber hammer and that would come right off. Or at least my experience it does. Okay. Two of these. That comes right off now.